Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 16th of May. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give you the broad strands to look out for. Please stay with me. I will then dive deep to give you in forensic detail each of the 12 zodiac signs forecasts from Aries through to Pisces. Now this week is going to reveal the people that we can relate to, the people that we can trust, the people that share our values, but also quite starkly those that don't. In fact, it's not just going to be this week. I think it's going to be over the next 6 months, even as long as a year. I think we're all being asked to think much more about what the basis of our existence is really built upon. The sign of Taurus is very much about foundations, and it's also about our core values and, of course, everyday money. Now, the lunar eclipse, which occurs on Monday, sees the sign of Scorpio, the Scorpio lunar eclipse, perhaps letting some revelations come into the open over this next 6 months. And also because Saturn, the planet that's in the sign of humanity, of Aquarius, is T-squaring both the position of the Sun and also the Moon. I think we are seeing a big readjustment in terms of costs, our attitude to consumption, our attitude to the environment, but also those shared values or lack of them with the people that we're associating with, and especially our friends, because the sign of Aquarius is very much about friendship. But also, despite the fact that the Sun is in a rather sharp and testing right angle with Saturn this week, which is seeing us think of ways that we can be a bit thriftier, a bit more creative about how we use the money we have, there's also a very potent link between Mars and Neptune in the sign of Pisces. And that's pointing towards the potential to use our drive in a more imaginative, creative and even spiritual way, especially how we view what we have. You know, that old maxim of viewing our glass as half full rather than half empty would be one that we can all really think carefully about this week. Also, the Sun is in a terrific angle with Pluto, so transformation is still possible even though there is this big reset going on. And then in terms of more personal relating, Mercury may be in retrograde and Venus may be technically in detriment in Aries, but they're both in a very flirty angle. So some unexpected messages, proposals, invites. There could even be someone being a bit saucy, which, you know, can actually be quite a lot of fun. So there can be some levitation amongst these more serious influences. And then on Saturday, well, the Sun moves into the speedy, very nimble sign of Gemini, which is an air sign. So this is very much about things becoming more fluid, and we're flexing our intellects and we're chatting away with one another. So Mercury's retrograde is asking us to choose our words carefully, but I think it does have a very lovely link with Venus, which is delightful through these more big structural changes that are going on for us all. Now, if you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast and understand your own personal astrology, if you give me 3 pieces of your birth data of time, date and place of birth, I can give you a roadmap that you can use for the rest of your life. This will explore your qualities, but also help you to understand some of the more tricky patterns that may have repeated themselves in your life. Also, in my special package, you can also get a 12-month personal forecast. No 2 charts are the same. There's 30% off. Please see the link beneath this video. Now, also, if you would like to watch my Scorpio lunar eclipse special video, the link is beneath this video. And if you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be very grateful if you did. I'm nearly there at the 100,000. Please click or tap the bell notification symbol. And thank you so much for all those people who have subscribed already. Please stay with me now for your in-depth forecast. Hello, Leo, and welcome to your week commencing the 16th of May forecast. There's going to be some revelations around your family relationships, I feel, not just this week, but over the next 6 months, maybe even longer. But also because there is that combination between Mars and Neptune, and obviously Pluto, and the Sun in its very enabling angle with Pluto. It's possible that when it comes to your more worldly achievements, your role in life, that you're wanting to push forwards, but you may need to take into account some more emotional, family needs, anything to do with the home or your property may in some ways inhibit a little bit the big goals and aims you have. In a delightful way, however, Venus in Aries, technically not at its best, but for you, this is the sector of higher truths. That's forging a very positive relationship with Mercury, although it's in its retrograde in the 11th house of where we connect to people, so friendships. So there could be some really lovely messages shared between you and someone that you get on well with. And then later this week, on Saturday, the Sun makes its way out of your sector of success into your sector of higher values and longer term future planning and anything really to do with sociability. So I feel that the eclipse for you is kind of like that old metaphor of juggling time in terms of work-life balance. And maybe that is proving to be a bit difficult with Saturn in a T-square. It's almost like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So if you take your work seriously, that doesn't suit someone in your situation. If you're more focused on the home and emotional support system, that might not be agreeable either. But I think there can be an opportunity to manifest and change your work situation in a very positive way. You need to feel that your imagination is being stimulated. If you're just doing a job because it's just only for the money, then I feel that can leave you feeling a bit empty. So as the week draws to a close, you're wanting to escape some of these more worldly pressures, get together with people that are important to you, and a more social time can shape up.